You was mesmerized.
I was. It's quality, man. It's quality. It's got me thinking how I need to step up my game and what I need to do for my intro. So nah, shout out to you, man.
Yeah. You have my number, right? Just give me a call. I do
No
everything.
problem. No
All the
problem.
way from Canada, we have Vader, Manchester City fan. How you doing? Welcome. First time on the channel. We've seen each other before, and that was on Mo's channel, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how are you
So
feeling? You all good? 1 point behind Liverpool. We all hate the Scouts.
100%, 100%. 1 point behind this point in the season. I gotta feel relatively good. I'll be the first to admit I didn't know what to expect after last season. I didn't know whether the players would be up for it. I didn't know the players that we lost, whether we could still keep the levels. But we're 1 point off. We're 1 point off, and many are telling me I'm not playing my best football right now. So I got no complaints. We know, and you know this. City, I know what it means, but Liverpool winning the title, City winning the title. Yeah, City.
Yeah.
Let City have it. Let City have it. Let City have it.
Listen, Vader. Before we continue, we have a brilliant representative in the red corner. We have botswanapapi, aka Papi Power Hour.
Yeah. Big up, guys. I'm sort of in the space where I'm like, how many more nights till Derby Day? Because I need to fast forward till past it. So this whole month of March is gonna be a trying month for us Man United fans. We got Liverpool and Manchester City. So
Yep.
the first test this weekend. Yeah.
It is. And I got a question for the panel and for you in the VR room. If you had to choose who's going to win the league, City, Arsenal, or Liverpool, what would it be? For me, I'm arguing to the point it's like me standing on death row in front of this judge, and he's asking me, how do you want to die, sir? Do you want the electric chair? Do you want the needle? Or do you want the bullet in the neck? It's the same shit, guys. It's a big up to all of you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to share this video as much as you can. Let's bring those like ups. Let's see who's in the house. Carlos is here, 100%. I think it's best to go for a long weekend away as this game is on. A lot of people feeling that way, you know. Yeah, a lot of Manchester United fans are not feeling confident, Vader.
I know, but at the same time, you guys have ruined a lot of nice runs the City have been on.
Yep.
And when you had the show backstage and we were kind of talking a little bit, and I didn't want to get into it, but I'm not.
Now
I'm not yeah, I look at City. I look at the quality that we have. I look at the quality that Manchester United currently don't have. I look at the kind of ups and downs, the form that you guys have been in, and obviously you're coming to my house. I need to show you hospitality by winning the game because we have the edge. But it's a derby. And that's what got me. Maybe it's going to be an ugly game. Like maybe it's going to be you guys just bunkering down, everybody playing to their level because it is a Manchester derby and it is anything to ruin City's run. You guys will do it. I'm not crazy nervous yet. But I'm getting there.
Oh, we got somebody rattled. You know what? It's the classical form goes out the window. That's what they say in derbies. Lucky Singh, big up to you. Jamie Wayne, what up? I know that City fans is always on Football Terrace. Quality guy is what they're saying. Big up to you, Jamie Wayne, and good up. Yeah, he is a quality guy. We've been talking for a while, and of course, I was saving this for the derby, so of course, yeah, here we are. Who else? Neil Driscoll is in the house as well. Who else do we have here? Jamie Wayne, how's that charity doing with Jason Boyce? Oh, guys, you're having fun behind the scenes. Let me see. Who else is here? Brian Foskett, United. Yeah, we are, but in a blue collar. In the blue logo. That doesn't.
Yeah, he just didn't change his
to
Abbey.
red man, Brian.
Yeah, he did change his Abbey. I think he did it just to get your attention.
Yeah. Rajat V is here. Matthias is here as well. What you say, Matthias? Hi to you, man. Matthias Corner is here. Big up to you, man.
Maltiti.
Right?
Maltiti's corner.
Yeah, I'm wearing Maltiti's corner. Yes, Maltese corner, and what Maltese is saying here as well. I'd be happy with the draw, but with City, we know that won't happen. Just hope it's another 7-0. It's not another 7-0.
It's not another 7.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we haven't been scoring like that against you as of late. I know first settings with Haaland and Foden the first time around. And Haaland, when his first kind of like introduction to the club, addressing the fans, when one of the presenters asked him, "What game are you most looking forward to? What is it that you're excited to have as a City player?" The first thing that he said was playing against Manchester United.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can understand that with his father Alfie and things of that nature. Like he wants to play. He understands the importance of the game. And when him and Foden went off for each of their hat tricks, which was ridiculous, we haven't matched that since, right? We've had games, I'll be the first to say, they've been convincing wins, but they haven't been, apologies, they haven't been what Liverpool have kind of done to you guys. Those haven't been the game. So I don't know. I have a feeling Ten Hag is going to make this really difficult. We'll get into that stuff, but
yeah, okay.
I don't think it's going to be one of those. We're just gonna kill you from the very beginning. I think it's going to be a fight. Unfortunately,
it's going to be a fight. Papi, let's start with you. What do you expect from this game?
Oh man, I want to tell. Before I get into that, I want to say it's refreshing to hear Vader a little bit rattled, a little bit unsure, uncertain, because I've just been viewing this weekend as collection weekend. We are gonna collect, and it could be a 5-piece nugget, a 6-piece, a 7-piece, 8-piece, even. The way the form that Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland are just getting into right now is scary. And also the comments that Haaland said, he said, "We're ready. We're getting there. What they're hungry for goals, and they're that part is scary." But as Mick started the show, the derby form goes out the window, and I hope that statement is true. I hope that it will be really true. And Haaland, that thing where sometimes you end up wanting something too much, that he ends up I hope that he has those moments where he just misses a sitter.
Yeah.
Too much
overcooking it, over jinxing. Yeah.
I remember seeing this the clip that Vader is talking about he, I think the question was precisely which team do you look for to scoring against, and he was just like Manchester United, and I was just like, what did we do? So I just hope that takes over. And then obviously, there's gotta be some luck. I expect some luck from this game. If at all we're gonna, they hit the post and it goes out, or the marginal offside that goes in our favor. Those are the few things that need to really all line up for us to be able to be matched by us having our best attacking display, being clinical with the 1, 2, or 3 chances we might have, and making sure that we actually show some fight, because this whole game is going to be a lot of just desire, grit, who's willing to really die for this 3 points. And Manchester City are on a mission, and we're just meeting them at the wrong time. So I'm expecting us to collect, but I did mention all the other things that have to line up for us in order to get a result. Even a draw would be great.
Yeah. Vader, you said your piece, but you can continue. Form goes out the window.
Form goes out the window, but because of this 3-horse title race, I can't afford to drop points. And I think the players are going to be more. It's still a derby at the end of the day, but I think these players are still going to be a win needs to happen.
Mm-hmm. Nervous.
So Haaland could be wasteful, possibly. He may waste some chances. No player's perfect, but I think at the end of the game, though, every player to player, I think we're playing for something. We're playing for this possible 4-peat. We're playing to stay in, again, 1 point behind Liverpool. So we're playing to be in this title charge. I don't know. You guys would tell me better. I don't know what's really motivating the players, your players, other than to play spoiler, other than to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Listen,
Yeah.
let me go. Let me go in the referee in the middle. I think that the pressure is more on you. In terms of the title race, you cannot afford to drop one single point. We don't have that pressure. We come in with no expectation. Everyone expecting us to get beaten 100%.
Yeah.
But as I said, form goes out the window. We will let you dominate the ball as per usual because that's what you do. Pep Guardiola, tiki-taka football, possession based. One thing that City hates and what your fullback hates is Manchester United pace. So we will do the same old, same old. I think we will park the bus a little bit, let you have the ball, try to control, and then hit you on the counter. That's the typical Manchester United recipe how to beat Pep Guardiola. And that's what I'm going to see. I don't think we're missing a number 9, Rasmus Højlund, apparently out injured. We never know. He might be ready. Maybe it's mind games. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's mind games. I'm thinking it's mind games because he's been seen on the bench but not started, right? He's traveled. But
No,
just
no,
had-
no, 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 no. He hasn't traveled. I think like we're not gonna see Højlund at least for another 2 weeks because it's a muscular injury and it's one of those things where like you don't want to rush. Sheffield United, he might make a cameo. Like that's my prediction.
So I'll admit I'll tune into the Rivals official Twitter account, right? I'll look to see who traveled on the bus, who made the flight.
Yeah.
If Højlund makes that flight,
yeah,
and he's on that bench, I'm thinking mind games. I'm thinking because I know Ten Hag likes to bring in those. He's done it with Garnacho. He's done it with McTominay.
Yeah.
Those late subs, those surges. I'm gonna be watching side eye.
Yeah.
Makes that trip. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm telling you that as well. But I think at the end of the day, like, Rashford has not been, he's been wasteful as a number 9. So I don't think we should start with the front man number 9.
That's not his best position, right?
No, it's not. It's not. No, 100%. He totally vanished, and it's been getting a lot of critics. Rashford is best on the left wing, and I believe that I don't know, Papi. I don't like to see Rashford on top. Perhaps Scott McTominay as a fox in the box.
Mick, I differ with you now. I feel like Rashford's best place is on the right.
Right.
On the right. He's he had that a few run of games where he was playing that position, and especially when Garnacho just sort of like pushed him to the right, and he.
So that's what I wanted to ask you. So if you had to get the most quality on the pitch, would it be to put Garnacho left and Rashford right?
No, I was
What would you do, Mick?
Listen, we saw Anthony dos Santos come back, and it did a 60 minutes cameo, right? He's very good in tracking back, right? And he is a player that could run the byline perfectly fine, right? And there's one thing that your
for 10
yards.
But go ahead.
There's one thing that your fullbacks hate, and that is if somebody's running directly at them. So Marcus Rashford is one of them. They hate him, like this, especially if John Stones play, right?
Yeah,
he hates Rashford 100%. I would say Rashford on the left, keep Garnacho on the right, and play a false 9, like the recipe that you used to do before you even had a striker. Play a false 9, right?
Okay.
So, but it's all up to Ten Hag. So, what do I expect? Well, I smell an upset here for some reason.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
I do. I mean,
okay.
A wounded animal is the most dangerous animal. Like, especially when you are an underdog and people expect you to be beaten. And for us, we have to, we can afford to lose this game and still make top 5, top 4, because there's like 11 more games to play after that, right? And the run of fixtures should be quite easy, right? Nobody expected us to sort of win the Nottingham Forest game. Everyone was counting us out, but we got it over the line. Second half, what I saw was a more composed team, and plus adding on that young starlet in the midfield, Kobe Maino. in a
Yeah.
double pivot with Casemiro. Bruno needs to up his game as well. And the back four will sort itself out. Like, the only trouble that I have here, and that is my next question. What is your take on Erling Haaland? Is he a human or is he a robot? What the hell is going on here?
Listen. He's none of those things. He's actually a combination. He's a cyborg. You got to punch it right. All right. He's not complete human. He's not complete robot. He's a combination of two. He's a cyborg. The man's absolutely ridiculous, and he's 23. He's a 23-year-old striker, and I saw a stat recently after that amazing result against Luton Town. 83 games he's played for City, and he's almost had a goal a game. He's scored 79 goals. He's played 83 games for City, and he scored 79. It's absolutely incredible what he's done, what he's been able to do. And I'm probably his biggest defender. Like, not so much you guys, but when other rivals want to, like, poke holes in his game or want to take shots at him, I'm like, okay, you're talking about him like he's a complete player, like he's in his peak years. He's 23. You want to compare him to Harry Kane? Okay, Harry Kane's probably 30 years old. He's mastered these things. He's developed his game, and I would almost he's completed AI, and I would almost say Harry Kane at 23, no one was talking about him the way they're talking about Erling Haaland. So it's just a certain perspective. I think he's been tremendous for us, and the reason why I defend him, I'll defend him all day long, is because I know opposing managers make a choice, whether it's on their eraser board, on the chalkboard, if you're old school, whatever. One of their notes is, we're stopping Haaland today. So I know opposing managers are they're pinning it. We're stopping Haaland today, whether that's committing 2 center backs on him, whether that's a center back and maybe another midfielder paying attention and cutting off supply lines. But again, that's pulling position where you're now concerned about him behind you. I know that he's that type of factor. I'm spoiled. I'm 100% spoiled. I went from Aguero to Haaland, and I had 2 years. Where I didn't have anyone. Pep was doing the false 9. We had an injured Aguero, wasn't quite working. But to go from Aguero, who I think was the most lethal per 90 in the league, to now have Haaland doing something very similar but in a different way, I'm so happy for it. When opposing teams have to make a decision on how they're going to defend by committee, I'm like, okay, that's got to free somebody up. And so,
you know what's funny, Vader? When we had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer coached him and raised him in Molde, right? The Norwegian club. Ole recommended it to the board and everyone to buy this striker, right?
Like in early years.
Erling Haaland, yes, Erling Haaland. But John Marta said no.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim.
And typical, he's not a shirt seller. Well, look at him now. The question is, he's got a release clause, so I don't think. Do you think he will stay at City, or do you think he will go?
So you're gonna say, Vader, why you moving like this? But I'm so blessed right now. I'm so blessed with what he's given me. Yeah. And even before that, I was happy. I knew he was going to be a difference maker. But I'm so blessed that in his first year coming to the club, and I'm not lying, I'm not being extra, I'm not exaggerating. I saw you guys win a treble. I never once thought I would do that. I never once thought my club would get to a point of winning a treble. Never. And this man was a big reason why it happened. So if he has a release clause, and rumors is that it's 150 mil to release him, if he chooses in 2-3 years' time to say, you know what, I've done it all in the Prem, I've done it all at City. Yeah. What more can you do after winning a treble? I'm going to go and see if I can do it in another league. What am I going to do? I'm not going to boo. He can come back to my stadium, opposing player. I'm not booing him. He's given me something that I've never once thought would happen.
Vader, I think actually it might even happen the day when Pep Guardiola leaves Man City. Haaland would probably want to leave with him, or just shortly.
It might be, yeah. It might be.
And then,
It has that kind of little bit of scripted feel to it, and just the rate that he's going. By the way, while we're reluctantly giving Haaland his flowers. Like the stats that he has for me is just incredible. And like, I just want to share some with some people that may not know that this cyborg is the rate that he's going. It's not only just impressive in the Premier League, but also Champions League as well. And Haaland is the first player to score 5 goals in a single Champions League match and a single FA Cup match. And, Haaland, Messi, and Luis Adriano are the only players to score 5 goals in it. As I mentioned that already. Haaland, he's had more Champions League knockout goals than Henry. Managed in 36 games. He's had more Champions League goals than Kaká, Zlatan, Samuel Eto'o.
It's ridiculous.
He's the rate that he's going, and you mentioned him being 23 just makes me wonder what's going to be the situation.
It's a freak. It's a freak. Somebody supercharged him, and somebody has to sort of put a virus in this robot. The AI is too strong. The force is too strong in the boy. But the thing is that the consensus is that, like, around the Manchester United fan base and everyone rivals that we speak to, but like so what? We don't even notice. Like, you guys don't have fans anyway. You're a small club, and a lot of people say, well, how did you get to this point? All this cheating allegation. We don't want to talk about it right now because that's another story. We're here to talk about football, right? So
yeah, if those in the comments want to talk about it, have me on another show. We can do that. This is
sure, man. Sure.
To your point. This is the derby.
He's a talent, and 100%. Like, if we're gonna talk about who's gonna be the next talked about striker for the next 10 years foreseeable, like we had the debate about Messi versus Ronaldo versus, there was those two for 10 years. Now, interestingly, you mentioned something about Haaland, right? Højlund, sorry.
Yeah.
That means that Højlund is making a great impact, and like to you as well, because Højlund also scored 5 in the Champions League before we knocked out. This boy started to cook. So I believe this is going to be like those two youngsters, like, So Erling is 23, Højlund is 21, 10 years to go. I think it's going to be a battle between.
I think the potential is great. I think it's actually, and I've said this more so in the Manchester City group chat than I have out on the socials, but I think there's going to be a greater or more consistent comparison between Højlund and Haaland than there was attempted between Haaland and Nunez. Liverpool's, they've already decided on this guy. When he's playing, I'm surprised when he scores. I'm more expecting him to like miss or fluff his shots or hit posts or crossbars. But they tried really early, because obviously we got both players in the same summer, to make the comparison. The way Højlund's come in, and when I look at his skill set, and again, I'm going to be shameless here. I hope that he's not seriously injured, but I hope that he's injured enough not to play, and then he can play.
There you
right?
go.
Like, you know what I mean? He's a talent. If he doesn't play against me, I'm okay. Be healthy next week. Play against your next matchup. But,
Vader, one more question for you.
Yeah.
You reckon this will be the last season of Pep Guardiola? Do you reckon he will leave?
Okay. Because we're still technically en route to a trouble. And like I said, I never dreamt that one can happen. Dare I dream that a second could happen consecutively? Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, tell me to be quiet. If the unthinkable happens, where this year he's able to win a 4-peat, and that is coupled with, I don't even think that's possible, but if it's coupled with the trouble, 4-peat back-to-back trouble, what more is there for this man to do?
Nothing. Return to Barcelona.
I think I love what he says in all his press conferences, post-match, pre-match. You can see that he's driven, right? You can see that he's motivated. It's very different to where you hear Klopp, and Klopp made the point of saying, I don't have the energy there. I don't get that sense from Pep at all. And even where we're structured, if it were like, I need someone to maybe take on more of the, I don't know, planning, travel, like, okay, I think the board would hire someone to alleviate that, to make the manager happy and just focus on game plan, players. But he doesn't seem to be tiring out. And he still seems to be possessed to want to perfect the game or perfect himself as a manager. So I think, barring that unthinkable for Pete Trouble, I think he remains, and he because his contract's until 2025. There's a lot of rumors that they're trying to do like the +1, like he extends it a year and sees where things out, extends it a year. So right now, 2025. Hopefully, it can be longer than that, but I think he'll at least see it out until 2025.
We see. But there's a lot of people jumping ship, of course. We got your Omar Barada, your chief of
Yeah, he should have looked everywhere but to you guys, man.
Thank you.
I'm not saying welcome. I'm Canadian, I'm polite, but I'm not saying welcome to that. I'm not saying welcome to that. No, you got a quality man there, and I don't slight him for wanting to advance. Like, the position, being CEO was never going to happen here at City because of who's above him. So him venturing out, and obviously from a career standpoint, wanted to go. But I hate that he went across the street to you guys, man. I hate that. But you have a quality man over there, and I think it looks like with the addition of Sir Jim, and with some of the hires, and you're rumored with another one. Is it Ash?
Dan Ashworth.
Yeah, Dan Ashworth as well.
Ashworth.
And we're also getting apparently Jason Wilcox as well.
So if those are all to happen, what you're doing behind the scenes is more important than actually what's happening on the pitch. Because you guys have gone out and quote unquote gotten the right manager, gotten the right players or whatever, but it just quite gelled. If you're doing the right things behind the scenes in the boardroom, it won't be long until the success that you have is consistent. I hate to see it, but you guys are doing the right things.
Bots?
I hope you're right,
Bots, hearing this, it looks like rivals are scared. No, it's good to hear. Good to hear. Guys, sorry for interrupting. Where are you? Let people know. Come. It's the bloody derby. Don't be... I don't know if there's any football on. Come visit this show. Let people know that we are live. Smash that bloody like button as hard as you can. You will only burn 2 calories, but if you're on diet, that is burning calories. That's what it is, guys. Anyway, so brilliant, refreshing to actually have a City supporter to talk to somebody, because I thought they didn't exist, but they do. And I have a feeling that we will help you to fill the empty head by making it red. We have more supporters, so it will be full.
Well, you know what, you may help filling it, but if the game plays out, will it look full by halftime or after halftime? Because if the goal... We'll see. I would like all of your supporters to remain there till the 90, but trust me, I'm gonna at you if I see any of your guys walking out the stand.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is. A disgrace.
Wait, I gotta tell you, I'm looking at this like, okay, we need to make it till the 11th minute. And then the 17th minute. It's like if it's 0-0.
Yeah. I see what you're doing. Interval. I get it this far, 0-0. All right, I hear you, man. But
exactly.
I'm also gonna be looking the game. I'm gonna be watching the game like this a little bit because you mentioned your March looking treacherous, right?
Yeah.
I've got you guys on Sunday, and then I got Copenhagen's second leg. And Copenhagen were getting stuck in. They were getting stuck in on that first leg. They were laying it on a little much, right?
Yeah.
After Copenhagen midweek, I played Liverpool. So this, as difficult as you saw your fixtures coming up, I've got the same. I've got you guys, which is a fight. Yeah. Copenhagen Champions League travel.
Mm-hmm. But with a 2-goal cushion, right? But you guys,
yeah. With a 2-goal cushion, it's 3-1. Yeah. I'm still expected to win. I'm still expected to win, but not comfortably where I shouldn't be playing my starters. And I got Liverpool. So
Got final point to ask you. What the hell is going on with Rodri? I look at him like, pull your socks up high up to your knees and pull your shorts up all the way to your armpits. You know, this guy, he's a danger man, according to my opinion. I hate him. Because you guys can be 0-0 drawing, and he always steps out in the 85 minutes and scores one. Right? This is Rodri for you. Fucking hate that bastard. And it's like I call him, pull your socks up to your knees and shorts up high as you can.
I got you. Listen, Rodri wasn't even the most praised when he first came to us because we still had Fernandinho. And a lot of the fan base were questioning whether Rodri had it, whether he had the engine, whether he could get in with those tackles, whether he could read the game, whether he could have those advancing passes. And 2 seasons in, 3, we're like, we get it. It just took him a while to get there. And I could be here and saying I believe he's the best 6. For what he does, I think
he's good.
I think he's the best we've seen. The best we're seeing right now in the world. And what he does is, when we were talking about Haaland, if you're choosing to take Haaland away from us in a game, if you're making life difficult because you're so defensive and congested and everyone's in that 18-yard box, that allows everyone to advance and get closer. Rodri, like he did in that Champions League versus Inter, he's come up clutch with some late winners as well. He is a top player. I see Rush. He is a 100% top player. And if you're going to take away a weapon, it frees him up. He needs to remain healthy. I was happy with the Luton game because Rodri, Foden, Alvarez rested. Yeah. All 3 of those players had the most minutes for us.
I see a red card coming. I see.
It's literally what I was about to say.
Stop it.
Rodri red card, and then early in the first half, and then from there, that's how we win this.
Yeah.
Stop it. I can't.
No. I see Casemiro getting right in his face. That's the thing.
I do see that actually. I do see a little bumping of heads or a kerfuffle between those two. Unfortunately,
somebody getting choked.
Someone's getting squared up too. Getting squared up too. But yeah, right. Casemiro on the opposite end though, quality player as well. It's going to be a good battle between those two, I think, in terms of control of the game.
So, according to your opinion, then, if we move forward, KVB is starting to be the postman again. Stop him, you stop the supply, and I think the big Earl can be stopped as well, 100%.
Okay.
But then leaves us to, I don't know who, I believe that Pep Guardiola has a tendency to jinx it in these kind of moments when it comes to derbies. So I think, who do you think he will line up with, to be honest?
Oh, you want the midfield or the entire 11?
Okay, let's start with the entire 11.
Okay. Ederson's going to start. 100%. Ederson's going to start. I think he'll play because now I'm thinking like Pep, right? I'm thinking like Pep, knowing that we're playing the derby, then we're playing midweek, right? I think he's going to play and rest Akanji, but he's going to play Walker, Stones, Diaz, Ake. I think that's what he goes for in the back four. The reason why I think Ake is rested to play for Copenhagen. Okay. Midfield, it's going to be Rodri, Foden, KDB.
Oh. Good.
And I think he goes Bernardo Silva, Haaland. And I think he goes Doku.
Grealish.
Grealish came off hurt and looked really upset. Yeah. Like it was like really upset when he came off. So I think that's a bad injury. But it'll be Doku or Oscar Bob. But I think it's Doku, and he plays Oscar Bob in Champions League. But but that's where I'm leaning towards right now. It's Pep. Pep could do something completely different as well. Like I say, Walker, he could put Akanji and Stones and Diaz and Ake and have our strongest back four. I don't know, but
yeah. Okay. Well, comparing to our bench and our injured squad, I think it will be Onana.
Okay.
And then it will be Varane. We'll just park the bus, man.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You
Christmas tree.
You think you'll just wait? If you're gonna, who would be your counter outlet though? If you're gonna park, who you're gonna try to get? Who you're gonna try to get to release to try and attack?
It's always gotta be Marcus. It has
It's gonna
to
be Rashford. Okay.
He's got to be on fire. He's got to be mentally switched on. He's got to be up for it. He's got to be motivated. His body language hasn't been great, and we all heard he went to Belfast for 20 shots of tequila. So he better have, instead of 20 shots of tequila, better have 20 shots on target.
Who's in better form? Who's in better form, Maino or Bruno?
Maino.
Bruno.
Bruno is having he's spazzing
Okay.
right.
It's what we're going to go with.
It's his worst moment. It's Bruno's worst moment.
Okay.
His worst spell at United right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Onana kept a clean sheet. Onana's coming good. So Onana will start. Okay. Amrabat will start on the right as a right back. We saw that work because he can also drift into the midfield and help. I think it will be Degolo on the left. As a centre-back partnership, I see Varane 100%. Lindelof did also well, I think. But Lindelof against Haaland doesn't give me...
Neither Varane or Lindelof. That's going to be a long day.
Yeah, or Johnny Evans, perhaps. A little bit of a height. I don't know. Harry Maguire is out, injured. Maybe, perhaps. But Harry Maguire in big games doesn't give me comfort at all, to be honest. Midfield, Papi, you might agree. We will see Kobe Maino together with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes as per usual. What we will see on top, I would like to see Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right, and play a false nine like an Amad Diallo or something. I don't know. Or maybe perhaps play Anthony Dos Santos as a false number 9.
Ooh, that's a good shout.
Expensive, yeah.
And so you're thinking Ten Hag keeps McTominay for a late sub?
Yep.
Eriksen, another mid-game sub?
Or we can play 4-4-2, like with Scott McTominay up front as well as a target man.
Go ahead.
I have to, Vita, let me differ with him because I think like it's gonna be, Ten Hag rarely changes a team that won, like so we're gonna see McTominay in that midfield. We're gonna see Antony in the starting lineup, and I think the shift that Antony put in, he was one of our brightest performers versus Nottingham Forest, and I think he will continue. Like, I do not want it to happen, but it just looks like it's most likely gonna be.
Yeah.
But there is what you just said made me think, okay, cool. Since Kobe Maino did not start and Kobe Maino came in at the end of Nottingham Forest, he might just choose to keep more or less the same team, and then the only change would be Kobe Maino for McTominay. But
yep.
Okay.
Right. Guys, I'm gonna test your knowledge. Head to head. All right. Who have won most of the derbies and how many per team without any cheating?
Head to head, I'd say
all derbies.
Yeah,
we played 189 times. We played City versus United. How many have United won and how many have City won?
We've won more.
Of course.
Man United has
Who
won
more? Yeah.
Because I've never in my lifetime. You remember Fergie's words? I have a friend who supports Barcelona. He always trolls me with that. He's like, never in my lifetime, but nowadays it's every time. And then he just hangs up. I'm like, what? Anyway. Okay. The numbers, maybe
189 matches, total.
189. I would say. Can you tell us how many draws? How many draws have there been?
53 draws.
53 draws. Okay. Then you guys would have won. I'd go 60% of those remaining games.
That's about right.
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah.
I think. I mean, obviously, we're creeping into it this way, like we're increasing the numbers of the wins, but the head start I think you guys had on us was there's a reason why we hate you guys, because you guys were winning all the time.
Yeah, I know. And we are coming back.
We won like
eventually.
70-something, 70.
75 wins. Is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
What you guess? What would you guess?
I said 75.
You're close, my friend. Actually, it's 78 for United and 60 for City.
Oh,
damn,
man.
you're close, Pops. You're close. And
wow.
53 draws. But anything could happen. I love those derbies. That's the first thing that look on the team sheet, like, Liverpool versus United, City versus,
calendar. You look to see when those are happening. I also like, obviously, scheduling wise for my time. I don't. I guess
it's going to be an early kickoff, so it's good.
Yeah, but we're the last game of the day, right? So everybody's watching us. Everyone's going to be chiming in. Everyone's going to be they're going to have their comments. So it's going to be a stressful Sunday. I can't lie to you, man.
Yeah, no, but for me, especially, like, I'm 12 hours ahead of you guys. So you know what? For me, whenever it's like a 3 a.m. kickoff, like, which is an 8 p.m. kickoff UK or something, like, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So that means that you got to watch the game, and then you're going to do the post-match review and bedtime at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Yikes, yeah.
This is an early game. It's about a round before midnight kickoff, my times. It's
10:30. It's 10:30 for you.
Yeah. Yeah, true. So it's going to be awesome. And hopefully, my friend, we're going to see a fight.
Okay. The game's going to be a fight. I need a dollar. Dollar is all I need. Hey. I need help. You know what? All jokes aside, I want the result, but also the way I've been looking at how Arsenal have been playing, the way I've seen Klopp having to resort to, some of his younger players or less trusted players because of the injuries. I'm going to be watching that game almost like this. I need to leave there with no injuries. That's really what I want. So in past years, I know United players in particular would go and get stuck in. That's what concerns me with a McTominay. That's what concerns me with if Maguire was playing a Casemiro. But I hope it's one of those games where maybe we don't put ourselves in too many of those situations.
But guess what? We can still stop you, right? We can we can block everyone because we're also playing Liverpool as well.
Yeah,
I think we're also playing Arsenal as well. Yeah. Right.
But as a fan though, if you have two big games, do you think your team, do you think they put in a better showing? They have the effort this game versus City, or would they?
Look, it's a derby. There's a lot of pride. There's a derby. They will rock up to the office.
And then you have the Liverpool hatred following that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Anything can happen. Even if we're playing away like an Etihad, it's not away. It's just across the road, basically.
Yeah.
There's no travel involved, right? Mm-hmm. It's just a coaching bus. You just hop on the bus and you're there 15 minutes later, right? Depending on the traffic. Mm-hmm. The crowd will be up for it. It will be electric. So it is let the best man win, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it's just stopping you guys and making sure, even if you stop.
If you listen, I'm going to say this. If you stop us, you better stop them. Don't show up just for us and lay down for Liverpool. I can't. That's going to enrage me. That
That's the one-toothed man. I love it.
that though, Vader, is the story of Man United. Though we'll get we'll lose to whatever a Fulham and then go draw with Mancity, lose to Liverpool, and then beat another. You just never know. It's a box of chocolates this season. And
I'm just asking if you're going to play spoiler for both clubs. That's all.
Let's do a Gattuso.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Exactly.
That's a team this season because it's been very unprecedented. And the latest story came out today that Paul Pogba has been banned for 4 years.
Heard it.
And we did a cover story the other day, me and Papi. We said that, you know what, Paul Pogba buried a hyena, witchcraft, under Old Trafford and witnessed by Anthony Martial. He fell injured straight after, and Pogba as well. And since then, we had a lot of bad luck. So is that witchcraft voodoo for real?
Mm.
It's like, yeah, it's wild.
It's
This
wild.
thing when you hear it, because sometimes even if you're not a superstitious person, you might end up just being like, something is up here. But he's unfortunate. He's very unfortunate to have had this sort of like cloud sort of just follow his career. The injuries, the hopping around, coming back to Man United and thinking he's gonna light up his career, and then injury again right after a big price tag, and it's just not been a good. The rifts with his brother. It's just, can he even get his mind to be in a good place, and then he gets back to Juventus, he gets injured practicing a free kick, like I saw a video of him taking a free kick and then he gets injured. You're just like, come on, Pogba.
It's like Jamie Wayne, one of our members and moderators, says, believe me, bad luck exists. And I do believe in that. Footballing gods do exist, 100%. And speaking about footballing gods, I don't want to jinx it. So we're coming to the end of the show. And what we do here, of course, we do score predictions, right?
Before score predictions, do you think it's worthwhile doing a combined 11, or it's just mostly going to be Man City players?
No, I don't.
Like if we did a combined 11 with the current players like that we have,
with the available players, don't do it.
No, don't do it. Pogba was finished at United last season, 100%. Yeah, man, he was a great player, 100%. But he never had. We didn't build a squad around him, 100%. Like the quality he had. But on the other hand, it is what it is. He went for free. Yeah. Listen, I'm confident for some reason. There's something in my belly telling me we're gonna spoil the party. I don't know why. I've seen this match before. At the end of the day, if we beat you, everyone is gonna like, oh, how did this happen? Oh, you know what? Because the media is out there sharpening the knives. They want to sack Ten Hag. You know what? If you look at, he's been unbeaten almost since January, right? He lost one game. It was a slip up, and there was Fulham, right? So ain't that bad. But if you look at the overall season, you guys haven't had that bad luck, with a lot of injuries, right? We literally have to sort of juggle things around, like, with a half a squad injured senior players, right? And we haven't really had a preseason as of yet, right? So combine 11, what Edward Reed said, City team. So you see our fan base are getting, you know what? We don't have much faith. We've been depleted. And plus all this sales takeovers that's been happening, scandals, Rashford on the lash, Greenwood situation, Jadon Sancho, hasn't been easy, right? So if we win this is going to be a massive, massive, massive morale boost for the fan base. So we need this win. Now, guys, as I say, I don't like to jinx it, but what we do here, we believe in footballing gods. Vader, you like games?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, what am I getting myself into here? Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, you know me on this channel. We spin the wheel here. We ask the footballing gods what the result will be. And I already lined up 1-0, 1-1, 2-0, 2-2, 3-0, 3-1, 4-0, 4-1, 5-0. And unfortunately, I don't want to put 7 up because that doesn't belong here anymore. That's done and dusted. Get your score predictions in. Place your bets, gentlemen. Not that we are sponsored by any betting company or we are Ivan, Tony, or Tonali. This is MUFC Realist TV. I start with a guest. My friend, pick your number.
I see a 3-1. I see a 3-1.
You go with Ruby Classic 3-1 to you, right?
Yeah.
Bots?
I'm home. I should be confident. My squad should be looking at the goal scoring. I'm looking at the recent form. I'm seeing a 3-1.
Yep. We have a City. I don't know. Tune saying no chance United will win. I don't know what you support, but I go with you, Bots. What do you reckon?
It's gonna be 5-2.
I know what you're doing. He's reverse jinxing this right now. I see him.
I don't have
see
a
him.
5-2. Do you want me to add a 5-2?
Yes.
I see what he's doing.
You already know, Vader. You already know, bro. I can't. I have
Okay,
to play the
5-2
reverse
added.
card right now.
5-2 added. All right, so let's do this, guys. I am confident that it's going to be a tight game. I think it will be 1 goal difference decider. And usually when we play each other, it always happens at the dying minutes or extra time.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner will be Scott McTominay, as per usual. He always does that. Last time we played in the derby, he lobbed the ball over. What's your goalkeeper? Alisson. Yeah, you remember that one?
I do. Ederson miskicked it, and yeah.
And the rest was history.
I think it was I think that was a rainy game as well.
Yeah. It was. So,
so you're saying a 1 goal difference, but what is the score? What's the score? Did you say?
He didn't say, and I didn't say 5-2. So what's this?
I have to add 3-2.
3-2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna make sure that I have both of you on in terms of exchanging messages when the lineups come out.
Yes.
Yep, man.
Yeah.
Because then I'll have based off of what I'm seeing of my 11, your 11, I'll have a more concrete in terms of my score prediction.
Bro, you're welcome for the post-match reaction show, but
right.
you probably will be on the terrace. But anyway, guys, big up to you. Actually, one of our panelists as well, Phil Standish, is also on the terrace.
Okay. Yeah.
He's one of our. Yeah. Let's do this, guys. Place your bets. I've gone now. I added on 3-1, 4-0, 4-1, 5-0, 5-2, 3-2, 1-0, and I go with the 3-2 to Manchester United. I think it will be a 2-2 coming into the final minutes, and Scott McTominay will head it in or do something. Come on, footballing gods. Let's do this. Get in there, son. Oh, shit. 5-2? 5-0?
Wow.
To you.
Wait, 5-0 to us or to City?
To us, of course.
You guys.
Okay. All right. We will be there.
Somebody jinxed this wheel. 5-0.
Football
the shop.
gods. Okay. I'm going to I'm going to make sure, and you can see this at Vader Games. That's my Twitter handle.
Yeah, go follow you.
Yeah, and then please follow on the day of. Listen, I back my team, but it's a derby. I'm always going to be nervous, so bear with me. I'm not trying to be fraudulent or anything, and maybe it's a cityitis. Listen, it's a derby. I'm going to have that energy, but I back my team. Follow me, and I will be following you guys when that lineup. Trust me, when that lineup's coming up, I'm going to ask you guys how you feeling about it. And if I can make it work, I'll look to join you guys, even if it's a brief cameo when you do the post match.
Yes.
Yeah, come on. I send you, man. Seriously. We have Canada in the house. We have royalty in the house. You like ice hockey as well?
I don't really watch it unless it's playoffs because the whole city gets involved. I was born in Montreal, so I don't support
Montreal is a nice city. Been there. Anyway, smash the like, the living hell of it. 5-0 was the lady Fortuna was saying. What if it's a reverse? What if it's 5-0 to United? You never know. Form goes out the window. It's gloves are off this Sunday. Let the best man win. Good luck to you, Vader.
You too. Healthy game. Let's have a healthy game. That's all I'm asking.
Let's have a competitive game. I mean, I want to see a competitive game, toe-to-toe football. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see an annihilation 5-0 or 7-0 or something. Fair game. A derby game. Any final words from you, botswanapapi?
No, that's precisely what we want to see. Some fight. We want to see players that actually give toss about showing up to work. And even if we lose, honestly, as a fan, I want to just, if the players fight and don't make it easy for City, then I won't be too disappointed, just because I know the state of the club right now and the state where City is right now. It's just we have to be realistic. But if they go there and bend over,
Oh,
I'm not gonna be happy. Before kickoff, there's some players that do that before kickoff. They're like, "Oh, the game is already lost." No. I want to accept that.
get out of here. So, guys, please make sure you go follow Vader. This is, do you have a channel or anything, or is this just your Twitter handle?
That's my Twitter handle, but simply on YouTube, type in Vader Games TV. Just add the TV to the name, and you'll find me. I try to do 2 shows a week. Why Always Me? And I got CIA intelligent agendas, and that's where we really go after the rival. So if you want to hear a little banter on all the clubs, tune in, check out my show. Much support. Help me get. I'm trying to get to 500 subs. So humble channel right now.
Support the brother, get him up to 1,000 subs, please, as soon as possible. And Pops, everyone knows where they can find you as well.
Yes. Right here on MUFC Realist TV, but also on Fridays. Tomorrow, we're playing a quiz on my channel, Football Power Hour. Make sure you subscribe. We are also very close to, I think we just passed 950. So we're close to 1,000. So be a part of the journey. And hit the like button right now for this video that you're watching. Shout out to you for being here. Yeah.
Big up. So let's close the shop. That's it. 4 a.m. in my time. I'm absolutely looking forward for Sunday, man. Listen, I DM you a little bit later, Vader, as well. So thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
Yeah. Guys, have a fantastic rest of the day. We'll be back live tomorrow for the manager's press conference. Apparently, it's going to be a live one session tomorrow. And boy, do I look forward for those questions. Until then, guys, have a good night. And glory, Manchester Derby.
Mick, I want to sleep right now and then wake up on Tuesday. Is that possible?
Hey. Take it easy, guys. Bye for now. Close the shop. Peace. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.